Hello everyone! Wanted to make a quick video talking about what is Airline Captain and also do a quick tutorial about how to do a flight. And so what is Airline Captain? Well, it's a career mode for your flight simulator. So X-Plane and the Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment are supported. And so what it is, it's a system that will let you have a career that starts out in small planes and you work your way up to the airline level, where you can create airlines with your buddies and do all sorts of airline-y type stuff. It adds that all to any flight simulator. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how to do a flight in Airline Captain. First, you'll log in to your account on the airlinecaptain.net website and you create a flight. It's very simple, and I'll demonstrate how to do that momentarily. Step number 2 is you run the Airline Captain client, whether it's for X-Plane or for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Log in to the Airline Captain system and load the flight. Very simple. And then all you do is fly. You fly your flight, you fly from where you're supposed to be flying from and where you're going to fly to, and then of course you land. And it's very simple, and that's it. It's very, very easy. And so let's jump in and follow through these steps, and I'll demonstrate how easy it is. Our current airport where we are located is the Charlottetown Airport, CYYG. That is where I'm currently at. And I can pick where I want to fly to. For this demonstration, we're just going to do a little flight around the airport, maybe some sightseeing or something like that. So we're actually going to go to the same airport. So we type in, as we type, it gives us suggestions based on the identification of the airport that we're typing in. So we want to just do a local flight and land at the same airport. That's fine. The distance between these airports, obviously 0 miles because we're not going anywhere. So it's going to give us our choice of aircraft based on our rank and based on how far we're going. So this will be every aircraft can do this flight if we want. So we can start typing. If we type in Cessna, then we will get a whole list of Cessnas. These are ones that I put in from X-Plane. At the bottom, you can see Asobo ones that are in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. This list is very incomplete at the moment. This is a development version. So, sorry, this is blocking your view, isn't it? Here, let me do one of these. There we go. So you can see all of the other aircraft that are there. If I wanted something else, I could do something like this, like a Flight Design CT, which is an ultralight that's in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if we choose that, then it loads up the rest of the passengers and fuel section. So we can choose, in this particular airplane, there's only one other seat, so you can only have one passenger. And if you have one passenger, you cannot fill up your fuel tank. So you have to bring it down until you're not overweight anymore. So we're going to put in, I don't know, it's a local flight. We're only going to put 10 pounds of fuel in. And if we wanted to have cargo, we could, but there's no point because we're not going anywhere. So we won't get any money from it. So that's that. And then once we click accept all and create the flight is created and it's in the database, in the Airline Captain system, and you're ready to fly. So you can see we have a from Charlottetown to Charlottetown with this particular aircraft. It's passengers 1, and we have 10 pounds of fuel, no cargo, and we're not going anywhere really far. So that's it. Okay, so here we are inside of the flight simulator. In this case, it's the Microsoft's new flight simulator, and we're inside of our Flight Design CT Superlight aircraft, and we are sitting on the ground in Charlottetown's airport, and it's a new version of the flight simulator, just patched today, and they got some weird buildings going on over there, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but it looks like a little bit of a buggy mess. But I have turned off the weather because it's very windy and crazy outside right now, and not very good for this. So I've taken the liberty to start up the Airline Captain client, and so he can be on top of Flight Sim, or he can he can be minimized. But right now the flight simulator is not connected, and you can tell by the outline. If I click on that and it becomes solid like that, that means it's successfully connected to the flight simulator, and you need to do that before you take off. And then when we want the client to log into the Airline Captain system and actually download the flight and set this plane up properly and do all that kind of stuff. So if we click on that, it attempts to log in, does the aircraft check, makes sure that we're at the right departure place. It sets the fuel and everything properly. It fills in, and there's a little glow around the plane now. That means we're all good to go and we're ready to go. And it says, done, have a great flight. So we are good to go. So we're just doing a local flight. So let me take off my parking brake and give it some gas. And once we get up to speed, there we go, and we'll take off. We're just going to do a circuit, maybe not even maybe a half circuit. So here we go. Once we get, and you can see that it automatically knows that the flight is started based on some criteria that we have in the client. So that's good. So here we go. We're going to turn around. We'll do a left turn. We'll just come around. It's a calm day, so we'll just turn around and we'll land on runway 28. And it's right over there on our left. And we're high enough. Once you get above about 500 feet or so, that's when it knows that we're airborne and that stage of flight has started. So that's what we're currently looking at. And so what's going to happen now is once we come back down and we hit below about 500 feet above ground, then it's going to start taking a look at monitoring for our landing rate. So let's take a peek. We are getting close. We can slow down now and start our descent into the runway for this very short demonstration flight. You don't even need this on the screen right at all the times, but I'm leaving it there so you can see what it's telling us. I'm going to do a turnaround here. And we're going to slow down because we are way too high for this approach. So we're going to drop some flaps, see if we can get some more drag happening, slow our speed down, and we should drop like a rock. Hopefully. A little more speed drop. There we go. That'll do. Drifted off a little bit to the left. Oh, got to maintain our speed by our pitch. There we go. That's better. Still a little high, but it's a long runway and we're in an ultralight going very slow. So we'll be fine. All right, so here we come. Here comes the runway. So we're going to give it a little bit of gas because we're dropping a little too fast. And we're going to flare. And touchdown. There we go. So our landing rate was -17. That's not bad. So we will slow down, hit the parking brake, wait for a second, and you'll find pretty quickly that there we go. Our flight has been submitted. And so we can jump back on the Airline Captain website and we can come in here and we can see that indeed we had a flight from Charlottetown to Charlottetown, and it took about 4 minutes, and we made about $30 from our one passenger, and our pilot rating was 98. because we didn't really do much and we had a fairly soft touchdown. So there you go. That is a flight, a very simple, straightforward flight, but that is how the Airline Captain system, the core of it works anyway, with doing an actual demonstration flight. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope you consider supporting our little project here. And I'll be making a lot more videos, and I'll be working with some of the Patreons directly to decide how we're going to go ahead with building out some of the more advanced features of Airline Captain. So thanks a lot again, and I hope to see you all in the skies. Take care.